Hey, what is up? I am back with the Redragon M916. This is of course the very affordable 4K polling mouse that I have been playing with for the past week. I already did an unbox and showed you what it was like. Now after a week I can tell you exactly what I think about this mouse. Now this was of course a kind of like a rebranded G49, which was also launched recently. I think the G49 is still on sale in some shops, and I think they have different kind of specs. I feel like the M16, even though it's the exact G49 mouse, this was rebranded because I think they gutted the internals, threw out the junk, and they swapped it for a Nordic MCU Pixar 3395 sensor, and it comes stock with a 4K dongle right here. This is what a 4K dongle looks like for the Dragonfly M916. It also has the Huano transparent blue shell pink dots, which by the way are the micro switches of the year as voted by the peripheral community. Not only the main switches are Huanos, the rest of the switches are Huanos as well. Every switch here is a Huano switch, so it's a pretty amazing spec mouse for this price. Remember, this is $49.99, and if you buy it now, there's a sale going on. It's $42.50. Real banger of a deal. And the reason why I want to make this video was to talk more about what I discovered about the mouse. The shape is very different to what I'm used to, even though it looks like kind of like a very generic mouse. But if after I studied it, I figured out that this is actually kind of like a medium mouse. Now this is definitely, how would you say, when I say a medium mouse, let me demonstrate what a medium mouse, what I mean by medium mouse. I have 3 medium mouses that I'm going to show you, and this is a small medium mouse, this is the medium mouse, and this is a large medium mouse. And when I say that, what I mean is the width of the grip. The width of the grip on the Dragonfly M916 is 56 millimeters. On the OP1 is 53, so it's not very wide on the waist, and then on the R1 it is 59 millimeters wide. So you feel like this is the wide medium, and you feel like this is the skinny medium, and then you feel like the Redragon is like the medium. That's what I mean by medium when I say that. The same width is found on the Fantech Helios as well, also a 56 millimeter width grip. But the issue with the Fantech is it has kind of like a higher switcher, so it feels kind of like taller a little bit where your trigger buttons are. On the Redragon, you're gonna feel like this is much lower. This is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 22 millimeters where your fingers rest right here. On the Helios it's 23, and it doesn't have as much of a comfort groove like the Redragon. So the Redragon feels slightly shorter than the Helios. The Helios is kind of like taller slightly where the fingers are, and if you compare that with the OP1WE, that's even lower trigger. This is 18 millimeters, very low trigger finger with 53 millimeters width on the grip. So this is like a more of a small medium mouse. This is a medium mouse. If you're looking for something like an OP1WE but you want it to be slightly bigger, this is what you would fall on. This is how I would say, if you think the OP1WE is kind of too small for you, too narrow of a grip, this one will give you a slightly wider, fatter feel, and that's the advantage of the Redragon. Now, like we talked about the specs a little bit, there is really nothing holding this mouse back. The build quality, we mentioned, I mentioned in the first video, very good build quality. There is no issues that I have with it. It is 52 grams 52 gram mouse, and if I'm not mistaken, this comes under 52 grams. Yeah, it's 51 on my copy. So not only are they promising 52, they have over delivered with that 52. Like the VXEs, the Pro Max, they said it was 48, but when it was delivered it was actually 49 plus. Again, below 51, this is 51, okay, 51. 1 gram lower than what was advertised Very, very good. Just to let you hear the sound of the switches again, these are Huano transparent blue shell pink dots. Very satisfying. And the rest of the buttons are Huanos as well. You can see a little bit of pre-travel, a little bit of post-travel, but it doesn't go into the shell, so that's great. Very well tensioned, very well made. The scroll wheel very light and soft, but you can feel the bumps, very well defined. And then the clicks, Huanos again, all over. I mentioned earlier as well, the coating is a non-coating. It is a sanded plastic, smooth plastic, and in terms of the cleanliness, you can see a little bit of dirt build up here from where my fingers rest, and over the last week pushing the dirt down to the bottom part of the shell. But overall, I'm very pleased with it. It did not pick up any dirt at all, just that little bit here, and I'm really satisfied with it. I'm really happy with the coating, with the build quality, the buttons. The feet, I had trouble with it the first day because I did not realize there was a transparent plastic here. So remember, if you have this mouse, remember to dig out that plastic film and then peel it off, because at first glance out of the box, you cannot see that plastic film. You cannot notice it, and you will think the skates are bad, but in actual fact the skates are really good. I felt like you know, this mouse has delivered more than what I can imagine. It has a 400 milliamp battery. In 2000 Hz it lasts me about 3-4 days, which is not bad. I have no problem with it. I think it is highly acceptable. What can I say, man? This mouse is like, you really cannot you cannot say anything bad about the mouse. It does everything it promises to do and more. If you know what I mean, it's really good for this price. $42 right now on sale, $49 on regular. If it's not on sale, it's $49. But imagine this mouse at this price, $42. If you compare it to a Helios, a Fantech Helios is double the price, $84 for that and $42 for this. Now if they were both the same price, they would be very evenly matched in terms of performance and quality. I'm not gonna lie, if they were the same price, I could pick the Fantech Helios 2 Pro, or I could pick the Redragon M916, and it would be no different for me. Now I know some people are going to say, of course I'll pick the Fantech Helios because it's branded, it has more brand recognition, it is more famous. But I'm telling you, if you pick the Fantech Helios, double the price, you are getting this clicking experience. TTC opticals. Now granted, opticals are kind of like the wave of the future because they're not going to give you any kind of double clicking issues in the future, but this is what they sound like, and it's not too hot, it's not too great. Compare that with G Pro Superlight, also opticals. You're getting this optical experience. Again, back to the Helios, that hollow sounding clicks, very unsatisfying. And then you jump into the Huano transparent blue shell pink dots. Oh my god, this is like, when you compare this click and this click, total night and day difference. You feel like this is like giving you orgasm. It is so satisfying and so pleasing to the ear, so pleasing to the fingers and the hand when you're clicking it. So if they were the same price, I would probably pick the Redragon, just because I'm getting the extra satisfaction with the clicks. I'm also getting 4K polling if I wanted to. And remember, the Fantech Helios lasted 3 days on 4K with the full battery, so not very satisfying. This one will last you 3-4 days, no problem. So that is my conclusion of the Redragon M916 4K. I hope you got some useful information out of it. If you pick out this mouse on sale right now, it's $42, but if you are buying this in the future when it's not on sale, you can use my code DatBoyGuru, and you will get a 10% discount on it. So yeah, Redragon. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.